Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. This broadcast is a product of Shry Media, LLC. Unauthorized use, sale, or redistribution of this media in any form is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of Shry Media. Radio and television mediums are encouraged to reach out. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the game.
Your vacation is now playing in
Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV, Fire Stick, or Fire Tablet with just a few clicks.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear. Call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
See, Smokey thinks I'm funny.
The Southeast Sports Network, your free ticket to front row sports action. From heart-pounding football showdowns to thrilling basketball games, experience every moment live, all from the comfort of your home. Your favorite athletes, broadcast in real time and on demand. It's not just streaming, it's your front row ticket to the best of Southeastern sports. And the best part? It's absolutely free. Don't miss a moment of your favorite teams. Join us now at the Southeast Sports Network. The Southeast Sports Network, your front row ticket to live sports.
I got involved in officiating volleyball 8 years after I played Division I in college.
Saying yes to volleyball officiating will give you the privilege to be a part of one of the most exciting sports around.
I'm a speaker,
A builder.
I coach
culinary arts.
Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee. Day 2 of the AAC softball tournament. Underway now, if you're just joining us for the first time, live from Brickyard Park with tournament action. Really good one in store for our first matchup of the day. Excited to have you along with us. Bryan College Lions, Truett McConnell Bears. I'm Gabriel Schrein, Lorenzo Robinson here with me.
Very intriguing matchup here today. The 8th-seeded Bryan College Lions, the 4th-seeded Truett McConnell Bears, both teams coming up short in day 1 of the Appalachian Athletic Conference tournament. So this forms as an elimination game. The loser of today's contest will see their season come to an end. The winner will have the opportunity to move on. So definitely a whole lot of pressure on both of these teams to play some of their best ball here today. In the circle for Truett McConnell, a familiar face if you were able to catch any games from last night, Kylie Sanders. Sanders is a senior making her 22nd appearance of the season, her 21st start, sporting a 3.01 ERA. And she kind of had a rough go of it yesterday in her first matchup of the tournament against Brunel. Now, of course, one of the more potent offensive teams in the conference. And they definitely showcased just why, putting up 12 runs against Truett McConnell, 5 of those coming up against Kylie Sanders. So Sanders is hoping for a better outing today with the Bears trying to save their season against the Bryan Lions. Right now at the plate for Bryan, number 5, Vanessa Hart. Vanessa Hart, a senior, batting .296 this season. Count is 2-2. And that's strike 3 and out number 3, and will retire the side. After the top of the first, still scoreless here in Kingsport.
At Shry Media, we believe in the power of connection, promoting your brand while supporting your community. Our goal is to elevate your presence and amplify your message through local sports. With Shry Media, advertising goes beyond traditional boundaries. Get on television, make an impact. Take the first step towards a future where your brand is not just seen, but celebrated.
Welcome back to Kingsport, Tennessee, college softball, Southeast Sports Network. Gabriel Shrine, Lorenzo Robinson. We flip sides. Now the Lions playing some defense. We'll get our first look at the Bears offensively today. Do or go home.
Absolutely. It's an elimination game. Both teams trying to save their seasons. You put in so much blood, sweat, and tears over the course of the entire calendar year, and it all comes down to this for both of these squads. Person in the circle for Bryan, another familiar face, Denver Hallgreif, another player who had some action yesterday in the first round of the tournament. Hallgreif facing off against the top-seeded Reinhardt Eagles, and Bryan definitely conducted themselves in a manner that maybe surprised some people a little bit. They made it a little bit more difficult on Reinhardt than many expected, coming up short 5-3. Definitely looked a lot better than their seeding would indicate. Truett McConnell cannot take this team lightly. They have to know that this is a group that may be soaring at the right time. Rebecca Graham is at the plate for Truett McConnell. And Graham gets walked in the first at-bat here in the bottom of the first. So now coming up to bat for Truett McConnell, number 4, Grace Folds. Folds, a sophomore infielder. This is her 112th plate appearance of the season as the bunt attempt goes foul. Folds is batting .279 this year with 21 RBIs and 31 hits. Folds did have a hit against Bernal yesterday, going 1 for 3. Truett McConnell had a tough time against Bernal. That was the 4-5 matchup in the first round. And for a while, it looked like a very back-and-forth game, tit for tat, both teams hanging in there, hanging tough against each other, and then it just kind of got away from Truett McConnell around the 4th inning. Bernal, their bats came alive. Their potent offense started to soar and shine, really made things difficult on the Bears. The bunt attempt here, the throw is made at second, and the out is made at second. That's a call that a lot of the Truett McConnell faithful do not agree with. That was a nice heads-up play there by the third baseman, Stahl, to get the lead runner out at second. So now one out on the board here in the bottom of the first. We'll get our first look of the day at Jenna O'Brien. O'Brien, the junior, batting a scorching .462 this year. And Folds easily stealing second after that pitch careens off the glove of the catcher. Jenna O'Brien has had a phenomenal season for Truett McConnell thus far. Went 1 for 2 in the game against Bernal as well. She pops this one up deep into center field, and it will be corralled by Beard, and also holding Folds at second, but the errant throw will allow Folds to advance to third. So now Folds is at third base. She is threatening from third. A chance for Truett McConnell to strike first blood, something that they were not able to do in their matchup against Bernal yesterday. So looking for a much better start here in their second game of the tournament. Now it's Haley Cronick coming up to the plate. Cronick, a junior, batting .408 this season. This will be her 121st plate appearance of the year. Cronick had 2 plate appearances yesterday in the game against Bernal, was unable to put her name into the scorebook, going 0 for 2 in that one. And this one hit right near the Truett McConnell dugout and foul. Count now 1-1. But more on Denver Hargreave. Hargreave had a really good outing against Reinhardt, a stellar showing for about 4 innings. She made things difficult on the number 1 team in the conference, as this one is ripped into right field, and 1 run scores for Truett McConnell. They strike first and now lead 1-0 here in this elimination game in Kingsport, Tennessee. So Truett McConnell, a much faster start today than they had yesterday in their matchup against Bernal. Trying to start strong, trying to give themselves a chance to advance in this tournament as the 4th seed. They do not want to see their season end unceremoniously here in just day 2 of the tournament. But Denver Hargreave had a really stellar outing against Reinhardt, through 4 innings, surrendered only 2 hits, just 1 run. And then Reinhardt really turned it up later on, as this one is ripped into left field, rounding second and headed to third, and rounding third and headed home. A run will score for Truett McConnell. They tack on another one as they now lead 2-0. And all of a sudden, the Truett McConnell Bears, their bats have come to play here in game 2 of the tournament. That was Haley Cronick making that mad dash from second to third, and from third on the way home. Again, a much faster start for Truett McConnell. You can tell that that is a point of emphasis for them after the way things went against Bernal. They were playing from behind for pretty much the entire game against Bernal. Their backs were against the wall from the start. Gave up 3 runs early on. They were not able to tie things up in the bottom of the first inning. It was 3-2, but from that point on, they were pretty much playing catch-up the entire game and could not get things back on track. Hargreave coming off against a nice showing against Reinhardt. Reinhardt really turned things up in the 5th inning of that game. Reinhardt scored 4 runs in the 5th inning alone in a game that was 5-3. So Bryan was in it until the very end. They gave up 4 runs in that single inning, and that's what pretty much made the difference. Bryan out-hit Reinhardt in that game as well, 9-7. So a lot of good things to take away from that, and they're hoping that they can put some of those to good use here. So that's a swing and miss for strike 3, and that will end the first inning. And after 1, the Truett McConnell Bears, a much faster start here in game 2. They lead 2-0.
The Southeast Sports Network, your free ticket to front row sports action. From heart-pounding football showdowns to thrilling basketball games, Experience every moment live, all from the comfort of your home. Your favorite athletes, broadcast in real time and on demand. It's not just streaming, it's your front row ticket to the best of Southeastern sports. And the best part? It's absolutely free. Don't miss a moment of your favorite teams. Join us now at the Southeast Sports Network. The Southeast Sports Network, your front row ticket to live sports.
Welcome back to college softball here on SCSN. The Bryan College Lions taking on the Truett McConnell Bears. Right now, Truett McConnell holding on to a 2-0 lead over Bryan after posting 2 runs in the bottom of the first inning. Again, a much faster start for the Bears in this one. Bryan now needing to respond here down early. So Sanders remains in the circle for Truett McConnell, and this isn't the first time that these two teams have faced off against each other this year. Bryan and Truett McConnell faced off earlier this year as this one is popped into center field and corralled by the Bears for out number 1. The Bears and the Lions did battle earlier this year, April 6th, so just a few weeks ago in Dayton, Tennessee. Truett McConnell came out victorious in both of those contests, 6-0 and 6-4. If yesterday showed us anything, the Bryan Lions are taking a different approach here in the conference tournament. They're not going to be denied. They're not going to allow themselves to fall victim to what happened in the past. And they really took it to Reinhardt again for most of that game, put themselves in position to win, just not coming out victorious. This will be Kylie Sanders' second time this year going up against Bryan. In her first game against Bryan, she went the full 7 innings, surrendered no hits, no earned runs. A phenomenal outing for her, and she's hoping for something similar in this one. It's Lily Taylor at the plate for Bryan. Taylor, the sophomore, batting .259 this year. And these situations are always so interesting to see. There's a bit of desperation that you'll probably see from some of these teams, especially the ones that lost yesterday. The season is in the balance. If you lose twice in this tournament, then you will not be able to continue for the rest of the year. That would be the end of your season. And again, these teams put in so much time, hard work, effort all throughout the entire calendar year. They do not want to see their year end too early. This one is hit in the left field and foul. Count standing at 1-2. Pitch from Sanders. Another one fouled off. So a nice job by Taylor just staying alive, making Sanders pitch deep into these counts. And that may pay dividends for Bryan later on in this game. Of course, Kylie Sanders went for 99 pitches in just a little bit under 4 innings of play in her first game of the tournament against Brunel. So fatigue definitely could be a factor if her pitch count gets high in this game. Count still remains 1-2. Already 1 out on the board. The pitch from Sanders. Hit by Taylor, and it drops on the wrong side of the line and foul. Taylor again staying alive, just fouling these off, just continuing to increase Sanders' pitch count. We'll see if she'll be able to cash in with the extra chances that she's created for herself. This one hit by Taylor into left field. Very well hit, and it will drop. Another one going foul. And that one had a lot of wood on it. It looked to be fair the entire way until the very end, just sneaking on the wrong side of the line. These are the at-bats that drive pitchers crazy when you have them behind on the count 1-2 and they just continue to foul off and stay alive continuously. It can definitely be a debilitating feeling, especially if they're able to cash in. Another one popped up by Taylor and another one going foul. This one near the Bryan College dugout. So Taylor again staying alive. It's a staring contest right now between Sanders and Taylor. Who is going to blink first? This one hit and another one going foul. So it's almost comical the amount of hits we've seen go foul in this at-bat alone. Again, the ultimate staring contest happening right now between Sanders and Taylor. Who is going to come out on the right side of history here? Count remains 1-2. This one hit by Taylor into center field, and it will be corralled by O'Brien. So it's Taylor who blinks first. Sanders getting the out.
On the other side of town, also on SCSN, Milligan Buffs, Bryan College Lions. Lions got 2 matchups at once. Tournament softball and baseball. The Lions are trailing over at Hunter Wright Stadium, 10-2 to the Buffs.
Some difficult decisions being made if you're a fan of Bryan College, I'm sure, trying to decide which game you're going to tune into.
Draw straws, maybe?
You could flip a coin, ask Siri. That's what I do. I just ask Siri heads or tails.
Siri's a good idea.
It's unbiased for the most part. So it's Savannah Beard at the plate for Bryan right now. Beard, the junior, batting .220 this year. Beard was 2 for 4 in the game against Reinhardt yesterday.
Great play on the edge of the infield. Truett McConnell Bears retire the side. We'll take a break with these two and be back with more college softball in just a moment from Kingsport.
Welcome to the new era of brand promotion. Are you trying to find a way to make a splash? We understand that advertising isn't what it used to be. Things have changed. Advertising is both more dynamic and more engaging. Shry Media keeps your brand not just seen, but remembered. In a world where staying relevant is key, we are your partners in staying top of mind.
Welcome back. Brickyard Park, Kingsport, Tennessee, college softball, Southeast Sports Network, and our simulcast all week long to the Appalachian Athletic Conference Digital Network. Gabriel Shry, Lorenzo Robinson, Truett, you're here with us. Game 1 of 4 on this beautiful Wednesday morning. Nice sunny day for it. I was worried again this morning. We had rain yesterday. Woke up, opened the blinds. It's cloudy, looks gray. Oh no, it could rain, but no, it's beautiful. Beautiful day, sun beating down on us at Brickyard Park in Kingsport, Tennessee. Hello and welcome, glad you're with us. Bryan College, Truett McConnell Bears duking it out on day 2 of the tournament. Popped foul over the top of us in the press box. Chop to the left, it escapes up the line. She's on board over at first.
So the bats have come to play a little bit earlier for Truett McConnell in this game. They had a slow start in that first matchup against Bernal. Now we're seeing them really take it to Bryan today. I said it yesterday, the first game in the tournament is specifically a tournament with a double elimination format. Is all about collecting information. You just want to see where your team is at. You want to be able to feel what it feels like to perform on this stage. Truett McConnell did just that against Bernal. They came on the wrong side of that one, but they're going to have another chance to possibly put themselves in position to get back on the right side. So it's Ellie Abner at the plate for Truett McConnell right now, facing off against Hallgreave. She's behind on the count 1-2 and fouls this one off.
Hallgreave was dealing yesterday, looked really good against the Reinhardt Eagles. Obviously couldn't finish it off. Lions almost pulled off that upset over the number 1 seed. Reinhardt surged late.
Gave them everything they can handle. You got to give them a lot of credit for that. They came out and they had a demeanor about them that just said that they were going to have that type of game. You can just feel that energy from them all throughout.
Chop to the left, gathered by the shortstop. Play over at first. Good hustle play. And a great effort.
An attempt at a double play there from the Lions. We saw Stahl make a nice throw to get the lead runner out at second. And then the shortstop, Richards, trying to make the throw to first, but not in time. Isabel Sullivan is now at the plate for Truett McConnell. Sullivan, the junior, batting .218 this year. This one popped up by Sullivan in the center field, and it will be corralled. That's out number 2 here in the bottom of the second. Hallgreave appears to be bouncing back from what was a little bit of a shaky start for her in the first inning. Now it's Rebecca Graham coming back up to the plate as we are back to the top of the Bears' order. This one hit by Graham into the gap, leaks into right field. Now 2 runners on for Truett McConnell after that hit from Rebecca Graham. So Graham, that's her first hit of the tournament. She was not able to come away with one against Bernal yesterday. She gets a big one there, keeping the inning alive for the Bears. They try to have a bit of a two-out rally as they look to tack on runs to their total and put even more pressure on the Bryan College Lions. Grace Folds is back at the plate. Folds 0 for 1 in this game, but she gets out of the way of that pitch there, very nearly striking her. Instead, will just go harmlessly for ball number 1. And that pitch a strike. Hit can potentially mean another run scoring for Truett McConnell. This one well hit, deep out in the left field, and it will hit off the fence. 1 run scores for Truett McConnell. Will a second run score? Yes, it will. The Truett McConnell Bears post 2 more runs here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Big time RBI triple there from Grace Folds. And a nice start for the Bears, exactly what they needed. And we will have a visit in the circle from the coach as well as the entire infield. As it appears that Denver Hog Reef's day will be done.
Hogreef was electric yesterday against Reinhardt's Eagles. Threw a ton of pitches, so that could play a factor. You know, you perform like that, you have such a long day, late games that wore late into the night, an early start today. That turnaround's tough.
It is tough, and that wear and tear is what's a part of the conference tournament situation. You have all of these games happening over the course of 1 week. It's continuous. It's every single day you have at least 1 game to play. So that's definitely a factor, not just for Bryan, not just for Truett McConnell, but for every team here in Kingsport, Tennessee. So it will be interesting to see who will be able to handle those kind of things. And that's really what makes great teams in the postseason, being able to overcome that level of adversity.
New pitcher in the circle for the Bryan College Lions. Will the change make a difference? Denver pitched 40 pitches today. Recorded 1 K. Pitched almost the entire duration of yesterday's matchup with the Eagles. This is chopped to the left through the gap. It's down and a run across for the Bears of Truett McConnell.
And you can see the emotion on her face as soon as she realized that that one was going to drive in another run. You can tell these games mean a lot to these teams, especially with the season on the line on both sides. Right now, Truett McConnell pulling away early on from Bryan.
Haley Stahl already has let up a run. 2 away in the bottom of the 2nd, where it's 4-0 Truett McConnell Bears. Haley Chronic 1 for 1. Chronic, a senior from Orangeville, Georgia, played prep at Mountain View High. 1 on board for her with 2 away. Right up the middle, and it doesn't escape this time as the shortstop flips this to second and retires this side. We'll take a break as these two switch sides and be back with more college softball in a moment from Kingsport. Back at Brickyard Park in Kingsport, Tennessee for college softball. Bryan College Lions going to bat next. SCSN AAC Digital Network, Gabriel Schrei, Lorenzo Robinson. Really good one underway between these two. Bryan lost yesterday. They have to win today against the Bears, trailing 4-0 as we flip sides. Lorenzo, your thoughts on their current situation? Obviously, a lot of time left to go.
Of course, a lot of time left to go, a few innings left to play, but you don't want to fall behind too far. You don't want to make the deficit insurmountable. It just, especially with the way that you played against Reinhardt in the first game, in your first contest of the tournament, you want to be able to have a good showing and show that you are a different team from the regular season. Right now, it's all Truett McConnell early on.
Fouled off into the backstop. Stahl at the plate facing Sanders for the Lions of Bryan College. First appearance from Stahl in this one. Sanders 1K already in 30 pitches. Popped up to the right, floating towards the edge of the outfield, and she's down. One away in the top of this third where the Bears are leading over the Bryan College Lions. Lions yet to score a run. This is their chance to flip the script in the early stages still of this AAC tournament matchup with the Bears of Truett McConnell. Popped up floating center right, and she's down 2 away in Kingsport for the Lions of Bryan College in this third inning. They need to get something going quickly against the Truett McConnell Bears if they want to stage a comeback. Cruz, the fly out right field. Stahl popped up to second base. 2 down now in the top of this third inning. Truett McConnell this season, 25-17 overall. Bryan College Lions, 17-21 overall. Denver Hogreif at the plate for Bryan's Lions. Sanders, the 1-0, popped up right in the center of the field. Denver headed down to first base, and that'll retire the side. We'll take a break with these two clubs and be back with more college soccer in just a moment on the Southeast Sports Network and AAC Digital Network. Thanks for tuning in all week long. Thrilled to have you with us. And if you're just jumping on board, it's going to be a fun ride. AAC Tournament Softball, SCSN AAC Digital Network. Wednesday, Game 1, Bryan College Lions, Truett McConnell Bears, 5-0 TMU out in front. Be sure to get connected with us on social media, Find the AAC at AAC Sports and visit the website for updates on the tournament, the latest press releases, and more. AACsports.com. We're about to get back underway. Big swing. She'll walk off as she strikes out. Haley Stahl dealing early on. Just a few pitches into her day for the Lions of Bryan College. Cassie Boatwright, who's 1 for 1, the shortstop. Back to the dugout as this is chopped foul into the netting down to the right along the Truett McConnell Bear dugout. Kendall Gibson, the DP. 0 for 1 in her 1 appearance. This goes left side, floating along the chalk as it goes foul. Lions thought they might be able to chase that down. Great play in the outfield. We've seen a lot of great plays from that spot all throughout the tournament. Lions looking good. Two in a row now for Haley Stahl. Ringing him up, punching him out. Rachel Morgan next in the lineup for the Truett McConnell Bears. 1 for 1 early as they lead by 5 runs in Kingsport. Chopped foul to the right. Rolls down into the backstop as our umpire will gather it up. And we're going to need a minute, so we'll take a break with these programs and be back with more college softball in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. Brickyard Park, college softball, Southeast Sports Network. A look at the Truett McConnell Bears. They had a great year this year. TMU, 25 wins. O'Brien, an incredible batting average, over 460, 5th in the conference. Boatwright, 39 RBIs, 5th in the conference. 117 strikeouts for Sanders as well. And our catcher shaken up. Got hit on that last pitch a moment ago. Appears to be all right as they help her up and off of the field. He's hoping she'll be just fine. We're about to get back underway. Convening along the chalk down to our left. 5-0. The current tally, Truett McConnell Bears out in front. SCN AAC Digital Network, bottom of the 3rd with 2 away. That retires the side. 3 away. We'll take a break and be back in just a moment with our 4th inning on SESN.
Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV, Fire Stick, or Fire tablet with just a few clicks.
College softball from Brickyard Park in Kingsport, Tennessee. Top of the 4th coming up, flipping sides. Bryan College trailing by 5 runs. They need to get the bats working quickly. Lorenzo, any ideas on how Bryan can shake things up and do that in this 4th inning?
Well, you can't really try to approach it from a standpoint of trying to get it all at once. You have to take it one step at a time. So early on, they don't have a hit so far through 3, so you need to try to just get somebody on base, get a hit, and then going from there and seeing what you can do. They say the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, so you have to take that first step in order to reach your goal and reach prosperity. So that's what Bryan needs to do here in the 4th.
Green shows bunt, steps off. Sanders has 1 K, 36 pitches in this 4th inning.
Her pitch count is way lower than what it was in their first matchup against Brunel. She was at around 70 going into the 4th inning and checked out a little bit after 4 with 99 pitches. So definitely a more efficient outing for her today.
Pop to the right, tracking this, and that's 1 away. Bears continue to just be electric defensively. Sanders dealing from inside of the circle. 1 away in the top of the 4th.
And that's where it starts for you. It starts defensively. You have to be able to hold a talented Bryan lineup at bay, something that they were not able to do in their matchup against Brunel.
Vanessa Hart 0 for 1. Pulled off on that. Sanders Bears the 0-1 pitch.
Bryan's in need of a spark here. Who's going to be that person that sets that train in motion for them? Sanders working with a no-hitter so far. And
she looked like she wanted to go down to first, but Hart makes it on as she'll just hang on to the ball from that shortstop spot. 1 on board with 2 away in the top of this 4th.
And that's exactly what they needed. They needed to be able to get somebody on base, needed to try to get something going offensively. So now maybe this is where they start to make their run. Maybe this is where they start to pick up some momentum.
Aubrey Presley 0 for 1. Presley's been a big piece this year for the Lions at Bryan College. A junior from Westmoreland, Tennessee. The 2-0 pitch. Presley holds off. We've got a runner on the bag over at first.
So it's 2 outs on the board. Bryan in need of a rally.
To the left, this rattles into the edge of the outfield where the Bears gather it up. Hart slides onto the bag at third, now well in scoring position, and runners on the corners.
And that one took a very weird and unique hop. And you can tell there were a few Truett McConnell Bears that were around it. They were unsure whether or not they were supposed to corral it. Bryan taking advantage and looking to put up their first run of this ball game. This one is popped up deep in the left field. Truett McConnell is underneath it, and they will secure it. That's out number 3 here in the top of the 4th inning. Bryan remains scoreless. Bears remain ahead 5-0.
Back in Kingsport, Tennessee, college softball on the Southeast Sports Network and our simulcast to the AAC Digital Network. Gabriel Schrein, Lorenzo Robinson, coming to you live from Brickyard Park, where it's 5-0 in the bottom side of this 4th inning between the Bears and the Lions. Lions now have to switch back to the defensive side. Unable to get anything going, get the bats working in the top side of the 4th. They'll be looking to do anything they can to prevent Truett McConnell from adding to that lead.
But now they put themselves in a position where they've opened the door for Truett McConnell to end this game early if they're able to get one more flurry.
Chop to the left, a play over at first. The shortstop cuts her down. Ellie Ebner gets good contact and just can't quite find the gap. She'll go back to the dugout as Stahl building a nice little resume midway through this one.
She's really steadied things for Bryan. Could tell that things kind of got away from them in the early stages, and Stahl has come right into the circle and been everything they needed and more.
Pump to the right side. This goes foul. She stays alive and at the plate. This time left side it goes foul. Great turnout for the early game. Fans enjoying the weather in Kingsport. Filling up the seating down in the front rows. Stahl lasers that one in. The 2-2 pitch. Popped right side, narrowly had that and cut down over at first. Well played by Bryan College's Lions. I like the jerseys today from Bryan College. It's a good look.
Rebecca Graham at the plate. She's already burned Bryan once today. All right. Count right now is 2-1. Stahl has done a phenomenal job so far for Bryan. Nice chance here to end the inning, continue to give their team chances. A ground ball. The throw at first is a little bit wayward. So Graham rounding first, headed to second, and she is safe at second base. And that was a mistake there. Taylor, the third baseman, making a routine play over there to first baseman Hargreave, and the throw was just a little bit offline. Careens near the Truett McConnell dugout, and Rebecca Graham made her way to second. Grace Folds back at the plate for Truett McConnell. Folds 1 for 2 so far in this game. And this one is hit right near the Bryan College dugout. Count now 0-2. Again, Stahl has been excellent so far during her time. Can she end the inning here? Need to continue to buy her offense some time, give them more chances, more bites at the apple. The pitch, a grounder. It's secured. The throw is made at first, and that is out number 3. And that will conclude the 4th inning. Bryan hanging around, but Truett McConnell still out in front. 5 runs to none. Welcome back to college softball here on SCSN. Lorenzo Robinson here, and we have a contest between Truett McConnell and Bryan, an elimination game here in day 2 of the Appalachian Athletic Conference Tournament. Truett McConnell out in front, 5 runs to none. And so far it has been a stellar outing for Kylie Sanders. Sanders through 4 innings of work. She has surrendered no earned runs, only 1 hit. She hasn't walked any batters as well. A very strong outing for Sanders. Night and day compared to what happened against Brunel yesterday. But again, game 1, day 1 of the conference tournament in a double elimination format. Really collecting information, trying to see where you are. Sanders did just that, and she seems very comfortable today in the circle for the Bears. Savannah Beard is at the plate for Bryan. Beard is 0 for 1 in this ball game. She was a hero of sorts for the Lions yesterday, coming away with 2 hits against Reinhardt. And maybe she's the person that can start the momentum for the Lions. Maybe she's the person that can get things going for them. She pops this one up, and it goes foul over the fence. And as we get into these final 3 innings, the championship rounds of sorts, if anyone's into boxing, call them the championship rounds when you get down to the last 3 rounds, last 3 innings, last 3 quarters. And these are the times where turning points are made, that if one team is down, then this is where they start to pick up some momentum and really put pressure on the team that's ahead. And the group that's ahead, well, they're trying to land that knockout blow. They're trying to make the other group surrender. So we'll see what wins out here. Count is 2-1. Sanders with the pitch, and it will be a ball. Count now 3-1. Truett McConnell's done such a phenomenal job defensively. You could tell that they're all aligned and on one accord. And a full count here, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Sanders searching for second strikeout of the game, but even without a massive amount of Ks, she has been stellar in the circle for the Bears. This one popped up and fouled into the fence. Remains a full count, 3-2. This one popped up and into the pole, fouled off, and the fans kind of ducking out of the way of that one. We saw some of that last night. Have to protect yourself at all times. That's definitely a point of emphasis for anyone in the crowd, anyone who's interested in coming to any of these games here in Kingsport. There are live balls. This is a contact sport, so anything can happen. Count remains 3-2. The pitch from Sanders, again fouled off. Savannah Beard doing a nice job just staying alive, continuing to give herself more cracks at the apple. But we've seen this a few times from Bryan in this game, getting deep in the counts, really making Kylie Sanders work to get these outs. And more often than not, Sanders has delivered. And that pitch outside and off the plate for ball number 4, and Beard will make her way to first. And that was a very disciplined at-bat from her. She did a nice job fouling a few of them off, staying alive, and great eyes there on the 3-2 pitch to get to first base. So now a player on base for Bryan. Will they be able to capitalize? Haley Stahl now at the plate for the Lions. Stahl 0 for 1 so far in this game. Her impact has probably been most felt in the circle for Bryan in this one. She's come in and shut out the Truett McConnell Bears over the course of the last 2 innings. Sanders with the pitch, swing and miss, but Beard will make her way to second. So Savannah Beard now in scoring position. Probably the best chance Bryan has had to add a run to the board. Still searching for their first run of the game. Swing and miss there from Stahl, and strike number 2. This one popped up and fouled off over the fence. The hit from Stahl here can go a long way towards allowing Bryan to snatch away some momentum from the Bears. The Bears built that 5-run advantage with each of those runs so far coming in the first 2 innings. That pitch outside and off the plate for ball number 2. Swing and miss there from Stahl, and strike number 3. Strikeout number 2 for Kylie Sanders. So now the second baseman, Cruz, will come up to the plate. Sophie Cruz is 0 for 1 in this game. That pitch, a strike from Sanders, and Bryan able to get somebody on base by way of that walk from Savannah Beard. Beard able to steal second as well. That one is outside and off. A little bit high for ball number 1. Bryan's dugout trying to give some energy, give some life to their team. Right now, the season hangs in the balance for them. That one careening off of the glove of the catcher, Abner. Beard will easily make her way to third. So just getting something in play here from Sophie Cruz. Maybe just getting someone, anyone, across home plate. Count is 2-1. That pitch, a strike from Sanders. And there's plenty of game left to play, but Bryan would definitely like to capitalize on having a runner on third here. A grounder, and it leaks foul over there near the Truett McConnell dugout. Sanders with the pitch, popped up, and it will bounce off of the press box. And that one right near the window, and thankfully we have these far right windows shut, or else it could have been definitely a scary sight in here. Count remains 2-2. Swing and miss from Sophie Cruz. Strike number 3. And out number 2 here in the top of the 5th inning. Sanders 1 out away from leaving a runner stranded for the Bryan College Lions over there at third base. Absolutely not what Bryan would want in this situation. They want to try to get something on the board. Allgrief at the plate. Allgrief 0 for 1 so far in this game. This one hit by Allgrief, and it will go right into the waiting hands of Morgan. That will retire the side. And in this half inning, Truett McConnell remains out in front, 5-0.
At Shry Media, we believe in the power of connection, promoting your brand while supporting your community. Our goal is to elevate your presence and amplify your message through local sports. With Shry Media, advertising goes beyond traditional boundaries. Get on television, make an impact, Take the first step towards a future where your brand is not just seen, but celebrated.
College softball here on SCSN. The Truett McConnell Bears out in front of the Bryan College Lions, 5-0 here day 2 of the Appalachian Athletic Conference tournament. Right now, Bryan just hanging on by a thread. Truett McConnell is 1 3-run flurry away from concluding this game. Bryan's season is in the balance. Haley Stahl will be entrusted with remaining in the circle for Bryan as they look to keep things going, keep their season alive. Of course, the Bears have other plans. Jenna O'Brien is back up to the plate for Truett McConnell. She's 1 for 2 in this game. Has an RBI, a big-time RBI that came in the midst of that 3-run rally that they had in the second inning. The offense has been quiet for Truett McConnell since then. They were not able to score runs in the third nor the fourth. A lot of that credit must go to Haley Stahl. So that pitch inside for ball number 1. Count is now 1-1. So taking it one play at a time for Bryan was definitely imperative for them offensively. It's also imperative for them defensively, as that was a nice grab made by Taylor and a nice throw made over to first base. Allgrief stepping on the bag and securing out number 1. But that's what Bryan needs to do. They need to just steadily chip away. And, of course, you can't score any runs defensively, but you can continue to hold Truett McConnell at bay. 5-run deficit is not insurmountable. It may not be probable, but it's definitely possible for you to be able to find yourself back into this game. Things get a lot more difficult if they're able to stretch this lead out by 1 or 2 more runs. Of course, an 8-run advantage after 5 innings would mean an ending of the game. So definitely a precarious position for Bryan. This one well hit deep out to right field, and it will bounce off the fence. Chronic grounding second, and that is where she will remain. A big-time double for Haley Chronic. First hit in a few innings for Truett McConnell. They look to finally add runs to their total. They haven't scored since the second. They've been holding on to that 5-0 lead since then. Now looking to put the finishing touches on a second-day masterpiece here against Bryan. Cassie Boatwright. Boatwright is 1 for 2 on the day. She prepares to enter into the batter's box, but having a conversation with her coach. And these are the type of conversations that we'll see a lot of throughout not just this game, but throughout this entire tournament. Every game means so much. This is postseason play, so coaches and players wanting to make sure that they have all of the fine and minute details worked out and figured out before play resumes. It seems like both sides are ready. Stahl with the pitch. It's a bit low for ball number 1. Swing and miss there from Boatwright, and strike 1. There is a pinch runner in the game for Truett McConnell. Pittman is in for the Bears. This one hit over the fence and fouled off. Another swing and miss there And that's strike number 3. A critical strikeout there from Stahl, not allowing Truett McConnell to continue to pick up even more momentum. Now Kendall Gibson coming up to the plate for the Bears. Gibson 0 for 2 in this game. She's been struck out twice. That pitch inside for ball number 1. And that one inside for ball number 3. A grounder from Stahl. It's corralled. The throw is made at first, and that will end the inning. Bryan staying alive. Truett McConnell unable to capitalize, yet they still lead 5-0.
The Southeast Sports Network, your free ticket to front row sports action. From heart-pounding football showdowns to thrilling basketball games, experience every moment live, all from the comfort of your home. Your favorite athletes, broadcast in real time and on demand. It's not just streaming, it's your front row ticket to the best of Southeastern sports. And the best part? It's absolutely free. Don't miss a moment of your favorite teams. Join us now at the Southeast Sports Network. The Southeast Sports Network, your front row ticket to live sports.
Appalachian Athletic Conference Tournament softball here in Kingsport, Tennessee. The Truett McConnell Bears out in front, 5-0 against the Bryan Lions. Bryan now down to their last 6 outs, potentially their last 6 outs of the season if they are not able to turn things around. Kylie Sanders has been superb for Truett McConnell so far in this game. Through 5 innings of work, she surrendered no earned runs. She struck out 3 batters. She's done it in only 72 pitches and was only given up 1 hit as well. It has been a tremendous outing for her so far. Bryan in desperate need of any type of swing here. All of the momentum going on the side of Truett McConnell. Callie Green, who's 0 for 2 in this game, will lead things off here in the 6th. So now this is where you should expect to see Bryan's urgency increase a little bit, down by 5 runs. Not necessarily rushing. You don't want to put yourself in a position where you're pressing, but you definitely need to play with an elevated sense of urgency if you're going to find yourself back into this ball game. That might mean a little bit more aggression at the plate. It might mean doing some different things, but the season is in the balance, and you have to do anything you can to put yourself in position to win. And the bunt here leaks over the line and foul. Count is now 1-2. Bryan's had a few chances to strike here in this game. They've had runners in scoring position. They had a runner on third base in the previous inning, but they have been unable to capitalize thus far. Swing and miss from Callie Green, and strike 3. It's going to be strikeout number 4 from Sanders. Again, she has been absolutely dealing so far in this game. Brianna Bumgartner, the designated player at the plate for Bryan. She's 0 for 1 so far in this one. swing and miss there from Baumgartner. Actually isn't Baumgartner, that's number 6, Caitlin Dutton. So Dutton strikes out there. Another strikeout from Sanders. Two up, two down thus far for Bryan. This one a grounder. It's secured. The throw is made at first, and that will retire the side. Bryan once again held at bay. The stellar play of Kylie Sanders is ruling the day right now for Truett McConnell. They're still out in front, 5-0.
Welcome to the new era of brand promotion. Are you trying to find a way to make a splash? We understand that advertising isn't what it used to be. Things have changed. Advertising is both more dynamic and more engaging. Shry Media keeps your brand not just seen, but remembered. In a world where staying relevant is key, we are your partners in staying top of mind.
And Truett McConnell out in front against Bryan, 5-0. It has been a great bounce back game for the Bears, and the Lions, they have not been able to get anything going against Kylie Sanders thus far. Just one hit as a team. Things are dire for Bryan right now, and the season is in the balance for them. Haley Stahl will remain in the circle. She's been stellar ever since she's entered the game, holding Truett McConnell scoreless over the last 3 innings. So she has done her part. Now needs to do it one more time to give her team one last meaningful chance at staying alive in the Appalachian Athletic Conference tournament. Morgan, the second baseman for Truett McConnell, will lead things off here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And the Bears, they also have a chance to end the game. They have a chance to end the game on their terms, just in need of one more 3-run flurry to get things going. And this one is popped up in the air, and it will be foul. That's over there into the stands. And pitch outside off the plate for ball number 1. Again, a lot of credit has to go to Haley Stahl for the way that she has performed in this game. She's been excellent ever since she was inserted. This one is hit right to the shortstop, and it's Richards who makes the play for Bryan. She's held Truett McConnell scoreless again for the last 3 innings. A Truett McConnell team that looked like they were going to run away with this one early on, scoring 5 runs in just the first 2. And they have not been able to find that same amount of success over the course of their past 3 innings facing Stahl. This one a grounder, but it will go foul. That's Rachel Morgan who's at the plate for Truett McConnell. Morgan's 1 for 2 in this game. That pitch inside for ball number 3 and a full count here. 3 balls and 2 strikes. This one a grounder. It leaks on the wrong side of the line and foul. This is Emma Suter, actually, who's in as a pinch hitter for Morgan. Suter's first plate appearance of the game. Another grounder hit a nearly identical spot over there near that third base line and fouled off. And how about the bounce back from Truett McConnell after Brunel kind of ran away from them in the later stages of their game yesterday? Truett McConnell has answered the bell here in game one. That one was very well hit out the left field, but Hart was able to make the play. That's the first out here in the bottom of the sixth inning. So now Sullivan, the outfielder, 0 for 2 so far in this game. She's now at the plate for the Bears. Again, the Bears have a chance to end the game on their terms here in this inning, in need of just one more flurry. Nonetheless, if they're not able to do so, Bryan will have 3 more outs to work with. So they're going to need to score 5 runs in the 7th. That pitch inside for ball number 1. Truett McConnell does have 8 hits in this game. They found some success. Again, most of that success coming in those first 2 innings. Offense has really gone cold, especially when facing off against Haley Stahl. So they're looking to try to get things back going. And looking ahead for them, that may be what they need, just because of the way that things went for them in that Brunel game. And then you're looking at today. Their offense has been hot at times. They've been scorching, and they've also been very cold as well, as this one is hit right to the shortstop, Richards, retiring the side and ending the 6th inning. Bryan has 3 outs to work with. Can they pull off a miracle? It's going to come down to that. Down 5-0. College softball here on SCSN, the second day of the Appalachian Athletic Conference Tournament. Game 1, this contest between the Truett McConnell Bears and the Bryan College Lions. Right now, Truett McConnell ahead against Bryan 5-0 as we enter the 7th inning. Bryan in desperate need of some offensive help here. They only have 1 hit in this game. It's been a tremendous outing from Kylie Sanders. Can she put away Bryan once and for all here in the 7th? Kylie Sanders, again, she's just been so great for Truett McConnell in this game, and definitely a bounce-back performance for her from the way things went against Brunel. And what a nice catch made right near the Bryan College dugout. That was Grace Foles, the third baseman, who secured that one right up against the fence. Pardon me, she may not have secured it, but it looked good from here. So the count's now 0-1. Pitch from Sanders, outside, and ball number 1. Now, the biggest question for Bryan, I mean, up to this point, they have not been able to solve the riddle. That is Kylie Sanders in the circle. So who's going to be the person to set things off for them? And maybe they're hoping that she starts to wear down a little bit. They're hoping fatigue may be a factor. She hasn't shown any signs of wear and tear from their first game against Brunel, where she put in 99 pitches of work, just a little bit over 4 innings. That pitch a strike. And a full count here, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Again, where does that momentum swing come from? Who is going to be the person that sets that in motion for Bryan? Just 3 outs to work with, season in the balance. And that is strike number 3 and out number 1. Pardon me, that is strike number 2. And now it's a full count with 3 balls and 2 strikes. A grounder, and it works its way into right field. And that's a base hit for Bryan, just their second of the game. Nice job there by Lily Taylor. She's now 1 for 3 on the day. Bryan staying alive. So after Lily Taylor was able to get her way on base, it's now Savannah Beard, the outfielder for Bryan at the plate. Beard was a bit of a hero for the Lions yesterday. She had 2 hits against Reinhardt. Right now, 0 for 1. She was able to get on base by way of a walk, even made her way all the way to third, but was left stranded after a strikeout from Kylie Sanders. Right now, the count is 0-1. That pitch there a bit high for ball number 1. And that Bryan dugout doing everything they can to keep every batter engaged, keep them emotionally invested. It can be difficult right now facing a 5-run deficit, but they're doing their part. Count is 1-2. This one popped up, and it is caught. Nice catch there made by the first baseman, Haley Cronick. That's out number 1. Truett McConnell 2 outs away from advancing. Bryan 2 outs away from seeing their season come to an end. It's now Haley Stahl, who was at first base for Bryan, then entered into the circle for them. Now she's at the plate. She's 0 for 2 so far in this game. That pitch a bit low from Sanders, and a ball. So Haley Stahl steadied the ship for Bryan in the circle. Can she begin a furious rally for the Lions here in the 7th? Another pitch that's low from Sanders. Maybe that was what Bryan was waiting for. Maybe they were waiting for her to wear down a little bit. She did clock a lot of pitches in their first game against Brunel. Sanders looking to finish strong here. That's ball number 4, so Haley Stahl will make her way to first. Now 2 runners on for Bryan. A runner is in scoring position at second base. They are in this game. They need to try to create some momentum now. They need to keep things going. Sophie Cruz now coming up to the plate. Two runners on. Can Bryan continue their momentum? Just one out on the board. This one pops straight up in the air. That's going to be the shortstop Boatwright that's underneath it. That's out number 3, and that will end the ball game. Truett McConnell, a bounce-back victory over the Bryan College Lions. Bryan's season will come to an end, and the Bears will move on. Thank you for joining us for Game 1 of today's action. Please stick around for Game 2, as we will have games all day here from Kingsport, Tennessee. This is college softball, SCSN.
5-0 the final score. Today's broadcast and all broadcasts on the Southeast Sports Network are copyright material and cannot be reused or redistributed without written permission of Shrine Media and SCSN. Thank you for tuning in. Today's broadcast will be archived inside of the app or platform where you viewed it and available for replay.
Welcome to SESN, your ticket to the front row of the sports world, covering local, regional, and national events. We bring the game to you. Feel the excitement of every play, every score, every victory. Get your seat, get on air, and immerse yourself in the heart-pounding action. The Southeast Sports Network, where sports come to life.
Your vacation is now playing in Tennessee.
Hello, and thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. This broadcast is a product of Shrine Media, LLC. Unauthorized use, sale, or redistribution of this media in any form is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of Shry Media. Radio and television mediums are encouraged to reach out. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the game.